I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Court of Nightfall, Chapter 16. You soar into the night sky with Andry. Now that you've had a chance to get the hang of it, your wings feel like an extension of your body. Andry follows underneath you as you launch in the direction of your house, gliding under the starlight. You should be freezing, but your body remains warm as you dive through low-hanging cloud. He spends nearly the whole flight giving you lessons on Niffalism, history, and traditions. He glows with pride as he tells you that Niflheim's sword styles, and also called sword dances, are all named after the Greek gods that Niflheim hold dear. One name jumps out at you: Nyx. So the leader of the Niflheim, who overthrew Zoram, as I'm trying to increase the volume for the music, Zoran's queen, named himself after the Greek goddess of night? Andry settles in next to you, soaring smoothly on the crisp breeze. He launches into another lesson. Have I mentioned the differences between born Niflheim and turned ones? No, you haven't. What can you tell me about them? Beings who were Niflheim at birth, born of angel and human blood, have a special name. We call them sunrise, after their vivid and warm-colored wings, the hues of the bright morning dawn. They need not to feed on blood to survive, but will do so anyways. The powers are great and unmatched by many. The other breed of Niflheim are you and I, or those who became Niflheim thanks to an encounter with one. We are known for having unique abilities, a thirst for blood, and dark or silver wings, the colors of a midnight sky. We are called Nightfall. As you may have gathered, we were once banded together under the rule of the Twilight Queen. And that's why you're the Count of the Nightfall, because you're a ranking Niflheim of the Nightfall Order? Yes, I still am. Even if the royal court is no more, I will always be Niflheim of Nightfall. And now the same is true for you. I'm Nightfall. Andrew's face seems to fall a little as he gazes into the empty sky, and you can tell there's a millennia of hurt behind those eyes. Zoran, focus on the mission. You're spacing out. I know it's rough, but you have to look forward. Runs a hand through his hair and looks at you. The foremost feathers on his wings adjust themselves slightly. The thing that killed your parents had gold wings, Scarlet. He's right. I was colorblind at the time, but Evie kept saying gold when she saw him. Wait, so angels have warm-colored wings too? Does that mean sunrise, Niflheim, and angels look the same? No, that's not it. You didn't let me finish my sentence. Well, then go ahead. Goddamn shit. It had gold wings, but the feathers were rimmed with shades of purple and bright white. Angels have multicolored wings. Niflheim have only one. That's how I know instantly that what we were dealing with. Oh, so we really are dealing with an angel after all. Good to know. Thanks, Oren. Smiles, happy to have an interesting, albeit hasty, student. The two of you pump your wings and climb higher in the sky. After a couple hours, you land on the crisp lawn of your home. Someone drops behind you. You both retract your wings. What are we doing here? You wanted weapons, didn't you? And I need some gear. You lead him around to the armored door and descend into your parents' bunker. Whee! All the guns! You ignore the swell of emotions as you walk past the rows of weaponry. Yeah, towards the back. A case on the wall houses polished silver armor and gleaming metal sword. Place your hand on the scanner below. The scanner beeps as whirs and clicks come from the locking mechanism. The glass slides open. Your parents thought you might return someday. This is my mother's armor. She wanted to grab it before the angel reached our house, but she didn't make it. And now you'll do what she couldn't? Yes. I'll survive, adventure, and fight for justice. After chat, the two of you agree to settle in for the night. You'll return to the cathedral after some rest and once you've restocked your supplies and weaponry. Your house looks different when it's not a battlefield. Cozy, even. Am I welcome inside? Tell him you're tired. I'm pretty beat, Zoran. You good to crash on the couch? Sure. Have a good night, Scarlet. You head up to your bedroom and drop on your bed, quickly drifting off to sleep. You wake up early and return to the bunker to use Dad's tools. You modify your mother's armor to remove the back plating so your wings can stick through. You're mentally preparing yourself to face Jax when Zoran walks in. I've contacted the rebels. They want to meet with you at the cathedral. Wait, how did you find them? I never had their contact information. Is it me or is this just this one song kind of loud? Zoran laughs in a way that is dramatically wicked, like he's about to have a cheesy, villainous monologue in a movie. My connections run deep. No rebel organization could stay hidden from me for long. Alright then, let's do it. You fly off with Zoran to the cathedral. You land as night falls and turn to Zoran. Before we do this, I need to ask you for a favor. I need an easy dye kit from one of the shops in town. What? An easy dye kit. It's basic glamour tag. Rich royals and celebrities use it to change their hair color and outfits on the fly. Some rebels use it for the same, but they modify the technology to create a sort of facial blur. It makes you unrecognizable to security cams and even other people, as long as they don't get too close. And why am I supposed to pick you up one of these? Because you love me. Have we even established him even liking you yet? Just do it. Oh, quit whining, geez. You're like 1,000 years old, so act like it. I wouldn't ask you to do this if it wasn't important. Do you trust me or not? Oh, I'm to be your errand boy then? Is that it? You got him a wry smile. Why not? It'll make you useful. Zoran mumbles a few words under his breath before flying out the door. It doesn't take him long to return, bag in hand, and he tosses it to you. You fiddle with the software a bit, using your hacking skills to add the illegal modifications the rebellion occasionally uses. There we go. Am I good to launch the program, Evie? Yes, Scarlet. The mods are in place. Do you wish to break any more laws today? Bitch, I might. We'll talk about it later. Thanks, Evie. That's your e-glass AI? You are an extremely bad influence on her. Yeah, I know. So, Zoran, do you want to see a magic trick? Please, I've seen magic so ancient and powerful that you can hardly imagine. Rip open the packaging and slip a small sphere into your e-glass. You tap the screen and your hair is instantly dyed a deep purple with a single silver stripe running through it. Okay, well, admittedly that is very magical. You like it? This is how I'll look when I don't want anyone in the order to recognize me. It's brilliant. Couldn't find a few choices for that back in the day, but... Scarlet, your appointment with Shadow of Rome is in 2 hours. You move about and start cleaning the cathedral, stopping only to share an energy drink with Zoran. Finally, the rebels arrive. Good to see you, N. You as well, Shadow of Rome. The guy behind you, that's TR? Yep, funny. You look familiar. Behind whatever mods you're using, or maybe... Zoran, still slightly wary of the new tech, has disguised himself in a mask. He adjusted TR steps forward and squints at you. You hold your breath, hoping he doesn't remember seeing you standing beside Jax, a Knight of the Fourth, back at the Times Square incident. But you breathe a sigh of relief as he backs off and shakes his head. He can't place you. Whatever. Let's get this meeting started in. Of course. You lead them to the back of the cathedral and stand at the podium. Is there a reason you're wearing disguises? If you've seen our true faces, we should get to see yours. We appreciate your candor, but we can't risk having our identities compromised. Tiara looks upset, a grimace crawls across his face. Strix looks at him and nods. Neither can we. I can't make any promises, but I hope this plan will strategically benefit us both. How? Evie, on screen. Now presenting execution plans. The wall of the cathedral is lit with pictures of the captives scheduled for execution, as well as some pictures of Times Square. These 5 Zeniths were scheduled for execution, for their involvement with you. We never work with them. Of course you haven't. They're not rebels. These are innocent Zeniths, who were enjoying the Fortuna Festival like everyone else. They lost control of their abilities during your escape. The Orders rounded these people up and called them rebels to save face. We messed up. Yep, deal with it. You wanted a revolution, this is what it looks like. No point focusing on what might have been. Trix, it's time to focus on next steps. You're right, and thanks. You know. So what's the plan? We rescue the 5 Zeniths without casualties, and we take on the 4 Orders. Tiara shakes his head furiously, steps forward. No way. There's no way you can promise that. We're not going to be your puppet soldiers, and this without justification. Saving innocent lives isn't enough for you? Now when the risks are... Look, Times Square will be swarming with security forces. If you save these Zeniths, we will guarantee they'll join your cause. Their powers were clearly strong enough to frighten the Orders. So wouldn't you want them on your side? And if they choose not to join, they'll be fugitives. But assuming they choose otherwise, I'll do everything in my power to make them work for you. That I vow. Trix crosses her arms. She sighs and looks down for a moment, only to look back up and make eye contact with me. Why are you doing this? What do you get out of it? Tell her to follow your orders or else. Are you really trying to test me, Trix? I saved you, and I can reverse this decision in an instant. My friend here is a lot tougher than he looks. And he looks really, really tough, doesn't he? Can't you feel the power radiating off of him? And off of me, too? You can see a look of shock spread across Trix's face. I don't care, N. No matter how you decide to threaten me, know that I won't tolerate the loss of any of my comrades. The rebellion doesn't cower to bullies. We fight for what's right. Yes, I know. That kind of tenacity is exactly why we're here. Why you're here. We've all lost something important. That's why we fight. You draw your mother's sword and carve the symbol of trust Soren once taught you into the cathedral floor. Many Zeniths revered Niflheim. It seems Trix and Tiara were among them. Their eyes go wide with recognition and hope as you finish the mark. This place, it's a Nephalite temple. Are you one of the people who worship Niflheim? No, bitch, we are Niflheim. And you don't draw that symbol lightly. You need to tell us now. Do you believe the Niflheim will return? You focus for a moment, and your gleaming enormous wings unfurl behind you. They already have. Rebels fall over themselves with excitement. They are overflowing with questions and unbridled excitement. A few hours pass, you spend time chatting with the rebels, but Tiara's impatient and leaves early, giving you and Trix time to chat alone. TR left, and I don't trust that. Trix is sitting at one of the cathedral benches when you walk over. Where's TR headed off to? There's a lot of work that goes into running an operation like ours. He's checking in on one of our safe houses. Actually, how would you feel about a ride into the city? I'll show you what our operations look like. And you're one of the gang now, right, Neffy? Sure. If you never call me that ever again. She jumps out of the seat, a warm smile on her face, but you can tell it's a mask. She's watching you closely. She's wary about trusting me, but I wonder if she'll tell me more about herself. Let's make awkward small talk. So, where are you from, Trix? I'm guessing not New York. She smiles, lighting a stick near the fire with a small jet stream of heat from her hand. Xenos have no home, N, but I hope to change that all someday, and make Xenos feel at home everywhere. A moment passes, you smile, realizing the Shadow of Rome is, above all else, a good person. Alright, I'll join you on the trip to the safe house. You walk outside and watch Trix kick her motorcycle to life. She hands you a helmet and you drop behind her, clutching her as you speed into the depths of the nearby city. As evening falls around you, she parks in an unfamiliar part of the poverty-stricken area. It's worn down, rough, and with loads of people walking around. Where are we? Shh! Follow me! You walk around the side of the large building to find a small basement door. Trix knocks 3 times, then twice, then 3 times. And a voice comes from under the door. A voice rings out and asks for a password. You roll your eyes, but deep down you're intrigued. The Shadow needs no password. You hear the door unlock and descend into the steps below. A young, lanky man addresses Trix and welcomes her home. He eyes you up and down as Trix clears her throat. Good to be home. This is a friend I met in the city. You come into a large living room filled with the brim with people of all ages. Trix turns to you. This is one of our safe houses. Everyone here is either a fugitive or rescued member of the community working for our cause. There must be 100 people down there. Trix smiles and pats you on the shoulder. I've got some housekeeping I need to tend to while I'm here. Please make yourself at home. She leaves you standing in the middle of the room, clueless and alone. You look around to see a good number of elderly folk and children, some sick, some jovial. This place reminds me of Domus Infernus. Do the rebels operate sick houses for free? You see a small chamber to your left, a group of children playing in the corner to your right, and an open kitchen with loads of workers in it. What should I do? Check with the small chamber, talk to the children, look around the kitchen. Let's talk with some of the small children. Children are playing with toys in the corner. Most of their toys are broken or ragged. Hi there. They beckon to you, showing you all manners of toy trains, dolls, laughing when you trip and knock over a tower made of building blocks. The parent and one of the children walk over, introducing themselves, shaking hands. They seem tired but hopeful. Spend the next few minutes enjoying pleasant chit-chat about everyday life. It feels like it's been years since I've had a normal conversation. Trix suddenly pops up among a crowd of people. She shakes some hands, waves, and it takes a few minutes for the clamor to die down, and she beckons to you. You're popular. I spent a lot of time here. I'm protecting all these people, so it's important that I talk to them. Trix's face suddenly becomes serious, and she looks back towards the living room. Look around you, N. These are people that will die if something goes wrong. I need your word that you'll do what it takes to protect them. Trix, I can't promise that. Sometimes things happen that we can't predict. But I can tell you that I really want these people to have happy lives. She smirks and claps you on the shoulder. It makes you feel like part of a crew. I hope you've enjoyed your time here at least. There are a lot of good people in the city. Yeah, it's nice to talk to people again. It's been a while. Trix mounts up and the two of you return to the cathedral. You're both silent as you walk back to your own informal safe house. Tiara and Zoran are standing together near the pulpit, laughing like old friends. Whoa, what's gotten into you two? Absolute madman. He pauses to give the Count of Nightfall an affectionate noogie, digging his knuckle into Zoran's scalp as the Nephilim forces out an uncomfortable laugh. Just pull off the heist of a century. A little help from yours truly, of course. Zoran taps his e-glass and projects an image of a sleek, stealth aircraft on the cathedral floor. An experimental, multi-million-dollar, remote-operated machine stolen from a military airstrip not an hour away. All tracking and traceable elements removed. Well, aren't you the skillful Nephilim? You look at the projector, it's a gorgeous black painted jet, the height of military-grade hardware. You can see light glinting off the 6 high-tech booster engines. As a plane enthusiast and a former pilot in training, you're in love. Reminds me of the Blackbird, actually. More pictures highlight the interior 3-seat cockpit, a personal chamber with 12 seats, a sleeping quarters, and practically a carrier plane in its own right. The plane also includes high-class firepower, state-of-the-art stealth technology, and the ability to perform hairpin turns mid-flight. He's not kidding. The thing's incredible. I would die for a ride like this. It's yours, Scarlet. We stole this rig. Yes, we get a world-class plane. Quickly, the panic sets in. They stole a priceless aircraft in the name of the rebellion. What? No. How in the world did you... Yarn nods, a smug grin on his face. All it took was 5 soldiers and an hour of our time. We broke in and stole it with no issue. Amazing job, Zoran. Zoran's looking in your direction. The smile is cold, calculating, and somehow irresistible. He got me a plane. I should... hesitate. You stutter and mumble a small thank you under your breath, still blown away by the sheer power of this priceless aircraft. Zoran laughs and nods. He turns off the presentation and pockets his e-glass. With that plane, I think we have everything we need to save the rebel prisoners. This team is one for the history books. Okay, it's time. Let's be heroes. Reminds me of the song, Let's Be Heroes. So, this is what I'm talking about. 21 minutes. 21 minutes for that. Just one chapter. That's quality content right there. I'm actually really happy with that. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media or Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Stay tuned for 17 through 20. We have already done pretty much twice the Growl and Rake and the Recluse. 10 chapters of that today, and then 5 of that. It's been a long day, and I'm super, super tired, but I'm going to continue pushing to get Court of Nightfall out before Choices happens in the morning. I digress. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.